Good morning. Welcome to the Boy Show. Today we're going to be taking a look at several different stories um, regarding Santa rally potential. Are we going to see things go up if things already hit their peak? Bitcoin right now currently is kind of breaking out a little bit. I don't trust it, but we can talk about that later. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started here. Okay. This is my Phemex trade I'm on right now. I'm shorting Bitcoin currently. So right now we're at 93,500. We've been at this level several times. We keep getting rejected. Around 93,000, and we've at least got up to 935 this time. So we'll have to find out if this is going to stand and whatnot. Let's go to the market cap, $3.278 trillion, 3.6%. 24-hour volumes, $121 billion. Bitcoin dominance, 56.9%. ETH at 12.1%. Gas is at halfway. Here's a visualization of the market cap on the right side. This is the trading volume. We just had a spike. Take a look at a couple of these coins. We know what's going on with Terra Luna. Do Kwon's going to prison, and so that's pumping a little bit. Ancient8, and we've looked at folks already. Don't forget, if you want to sign up for Phemex, you can do. We've got a link right above here, right up there at the top. You can't click that link, but you can certainly type it in. Phemex.BitBoy.Deals. You get a great deposit bonus. This is a new coin. Just came out last 24 hours, or maybe a little bit more than that, last 36 hours or so. Ticker is Night. See what Midnight Network is. Oh, it's Cardano. It's Cardano's Midnight stuff. Okay. Architecture of freedom is rational privacy. Looks like CBS logo. It's like it is the CBS logo. So this is a big launch for Cardano. Delivering rational privacy, sovereign control, proof without exposure, predictable costs, compliance without compromise, democratizing cryptography. There it is. I don't know why it took so long. And ecosystem stewardship. So there you go. So it's trending. Cardano people are awake. Potentially. Humidify. Check this one out. It's out just in the last hour and a half. Oh, I guess about 24 hours exactly. It's on Solana. Let's check out their website. Oh, well, that's not good. Their website is down. Website does not work. And then we've got WET. Oh no, WET is the ticker for Humidify. Sorry. Ancient8. This has been out since last year. It's moving a little bit. On Ethereum blockchain, also their own blockchain. Ancient8. Ancient8 is a gaming-focused Ethereum Layer 2 Build to redefine your Web3 gaming experience. A lot of gaming coins popping up here lately. Some of their games. Zone 9, Thrive to Survive. Stellar Forger. PokeQuest, not to be confused with Vision Quest. Enchain Clash, Pirate Clash. Everything's a clash. Everything's a clash around here. Okay. Build with the super chain. Build with a super chain. Crafting the Web3 nation of players, of play. Sorry, excuse me. Kind of a weird thing now on your website. It takes so long to read, not give you really information. It looks kind of like Sandbox, I guess. Whatever happened to Sandbox? Man, that thing never even started, did it? Engage with community. Throw your 8 down. I sold that from Atlanta. Pantera, Animoca, Coinbase. Everybody big behind this one. Forge your gaming legacy. Forge your gaming legacy. So, okay, there we go. So that was it. Okay. So back to Bitcoin, 93,500. Ethereum coming in at 3,300. XRP 214. BNB 917.20. Solana 141.79. Charge over, barely over 28 cents. Where it sits almost always. Dogecoin at 15 cents, up a little bit. Cardano up 3.4% last hour. Cardano doing a little bit better than the rest of the coins. It's coming in at 47.5 cents. And Bybit, Bitcoin Cash, and Chainlink. Chainlink down number 18. One, two, three. 3 coins in the top 10 are stable coins or stake Ether. So that would put Cardano, Bybit, and Bitcoin Cash in the top 10. And Chainlink would be right outside number 11 of all coins. Well, that's if you don't count Bitcoin. Count Bitcoin, or if you don't count Bitcoin because it is not an altcoin, then Chainlink is still in the top 10 of altcoins. All right, let's see here. Polkadot, proven its blockchain. Wrap, Sol, Solana, Chainlink, Aave, Caspa, all 5% gainers and up, and Pepe. Remember when meme coins were driving this market? Seems like so long ago. And nothing really down over the last hour, so that's good news. 24 hours, proven its blockchain, 12.1. Polkadot, 8.8%. Cardano, 8.5%. Memecore, 8.4%. Chainlink, 6.2%. Ondo, Ondo, 50 cents. Ondo at number 70. It's hard to believe. Cosmos, 4% gainers. That's all your bigger gainers of the day. Losers, Hyperliquid, Leo Token, Tron, Monero. Those are all 0.4% losers and above, but nothing really losing. Look over the 7 days. Proven its blockchain, Zcash, Cardano, Chainlink, Athena, Ethereum, BitTensor, Pepe, OKB, Bitcoin Cash, and more wrap stuff. Quant down 12% for the last 7 days for the week. Hyperliquid down 11.3%. ICP down 7.7%. Pi Network 7.1%. I've got to find my Pi Network tokens. 6.1% for Aster. Flare 6.1%. Caspis 6%. World Liberty Financial 5.2%. Narrow down 5%. Everything else less than 5%. Rain 133%. That was just one big move on one big day that it had. So when that one day falls off of our weekly and our monthly, or out of our monthly, then gains won't look that great. 22.9%. World Liberty Financial. Bitcoin Cash 70.8%. Bydfi 50%. Everything else less than 10%. Biggest losers, still waiting on Canton Coin to register a 30-day score. It's got to be soon. ICP 52.4% down for the last 30 days. That's after a huge pump it had. And it gave back all its gains. Well, let's look at it. Let's see, did they get back all their gains? I mean, it got all the way up to 846. Yeah, basically giving back all of its gains. All of it. It's really sad. Okay. If you're in the ICP community, you probably thought it was finally moving, and now you've been crushed. Mimcore, Filecoin, Aptos. So many things this month just got absolutely hammered. So there you go. All right. Take a look at Bitcoin here, what it's doing. Okay. We now came up here and we swept all the liquidity in this range here. All the liquidity in this area is now grabbed. We'll have to see. I don't think it's gonna hold up at this range. I think it's probably going down. Okay. This is a 30-minute chart. Let's look at the daily chart. So we are, as you can see right here, testing the high. That's why I think it'll come back down. Okay. Let's look at the crypto fear and greed index coming at 22, 20, 23, 22. 22 for today, 20 for yesterday, 23 for last week, 22 for this month. And quick look at the Fed rate, 89.2% chance we're going to get a rate cut. So it's priced in at this point. Bitcoin's 2025 roller coaster may end on a low. With a series of record highs and crushing sell-offs, 2025 has been a roller coaster ride for Bitcoin. The world's largest crypto, which is at the risk of ending the year with its first annual decline since 2022. The world's main stock market or stock benchmarks have also had a turbulent year, repeatedly hitting record peaks and then pulling back as worries over tariffs, interest rates, and a possible AI bubble whipsawed markets. While equities are mostly up to date for the year, Bitcoin's overall correlation with share prices has strengthened markedly this year. Analysts say Bitcoin's gyrations increasingly track stock market sentiment as traditional retail and institutional investors jump into crypto. Which next year may be even more closely tethered to factors driving stocks and other risk assets, such as monetary policy shifts and nervousness over lofty valuations of AI-related stocks. Crypto reacting to broader equities has been a consistent theme in 2025, says Jasper Demir from Wintermute. Bitcoin was hovering around $89,000 on Monday. This is before we had this spike here. Most popular cryptocurrency tumbles after hitting all-time highs earlier this year. You can see all the major price things. Price language after FTX cash. As you see, non-spot Bitcoin ETF propels boom. Trump returns to the White House. Tariff fears pause rally briefly. New China tariff threats spark massive liquidation. Sentiment turns bearish. After soaring this year, with the election of crypto-friendly President Donald Trump, cryptocurrencies along with stocks plummeted in April on his tariff announcements, but quickly rebounded. Bitcoin went to hit an all-time peak above $126,000 in early October. But just days later, on October 10th, the market plunged again when Trump announced a new tariff on Chinese imports and threatened to export controls on critical software. That sparked more than $19 billion worth of liquidations across leveraged crypto market positions, the largest liquidation in crypto history. Bitcoin has struggled to regain its footing ever since, and in November experienced its biggest monthly drop since mid-2021. Although options market's bearishness has ebbed a little in recent weeks, according to option platform Derived.xyz. Traders as of late last week had assigned a 15% probability that Bitcoin would finish the year below $80,000, compared with the 20% probability they had just assigned a few weeks ago. That's still a blow for crypto bulls, including Michael Saylor, the world's biggest Bitcoin hoarding company strategy, which it projected as recently as October 30th, to accumulate $150,000 by this year. Analysts at Standard Chartered last year forecast Bitcoin would hit $200,000 by the end of 2025, due in part to flows into Bitcoin exchange traded funds. In a change of tune, strategy CEO Feng Li warned on a podcast last month of a Bitcoin winter. In October, Standard Chartered forecasted Bitcoin will fall below 100,000, but said that it may be the last time it will hit that low, according to media reports. Saylor, speaking to Reuters last week, says the company could survive a 95% fall in the price of Bitcoin. Those April and October plunges heightened a growing correlation between Bitcoin and equities, and in particular artificial intelligence stocks, which share similar attributes that have been hit by worries that valuations are in a bubble territory. Historically, Bitcoin and stocks did not move in tandem because the crypto is seen as an alternative investment. But with broader crypto adoption by traditional retail investors and some institutions, correlation looks to be strengthening. Correlation is measured from -1 to 1, with figures above 0 indicating positive correlation. In 2025, the average correlation between Bitcoin and S&P 500 was 0.5%, compared with an average correlation in 2024 of 0.29%. Well, it's on the equities market now. I mean, of course, it's going to be more correlated at this point. You can look here and see that was a big drop for Bitcoin in June, I think, wasn't it? Or was that what happened in June? No, the June this year. Yeah, the tariffs. The NASDAQ 100, the average correlation this year was 0.52 compared with 0.23 in 2024. Crypto has grown especially sensitive to AI stock moves, partly because they have been drivers of broader equity markets, partly because, like crypto, they're currently seen as speculative investments, largely dependent on investor sentiment and risk appetite. Crypto was already a little weak after October 10th. Things really started to break in risk markets in the recent weeks because of the AI bull case coming under question. Talk about rate cuts. Like stocks, crypto also appear increasingly sensitive to the path of interest rates. Fidelity research from last year found that while there is a little historical data indicating that the price of Bitcoin increases when the Federal Reserve cuts rates, some analysts have observed that crypto tends to rally in line with other signals from the crypto or central bank. Is that today, by the way? Or is it tomorrow? I believe it's almost always on Wednesday, right? Yes, it is tomorrow. December 10th. Analysts also point out the hawkish signal, Fed signal from October onwards weighed on Bitcoin. Since then, the release of fresh economic data. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. The rate decision, along with the outlook for AI stocks, will likely be a key factor for crypto prices in the near term. Fed support of money supply in this particular scenario is going to be an indicator that crypto is still looking at. Fed meeting to boost Bitcoin price sharply higher than 90,000 analysts say. Maybe the movement we're seeing today. The upcoming Federal Reserve meeting will trigger Bitcoin's price to surge dramatically after it breached 92,000 on Monday. Fed decision on Wednesday to inject more money into the banking system will send $1.8 trillion crypto higher, sharply higher. They predicted a dovish surprise where the Fed indirectly increases money supply through a creative bond buying scheme. Now we've moved into a continued rate cutting cycle accompanied by balance sheet expansion as the Fed effectively turns on the moneypreneurs to monetize the deficit. As a powerful structural tide to be swimming against the new year. Prospect of the Fed meeting triggering Bitcoin's price to skyrocket is an enticing idea for traders who've watched the value of their crypto holdings plummet over the past 2 months, wiping out essentially all gains made over this year. Central Bankers Week, a potent mix of macroeconomic news and policy momentum is fueling sentiment. The Fed Wednesday meeting being the primary factor. Policymakers are expected to almost universally cut rates to 25 bips for a third time this year. Yeah, we know it's 89% chance. Bears on Polymark have it at 94%. Lower interest rates have been historically positive for risk on assets like crypto because they disincentivize investors to hold bonds by reducing risk-free yield. But all eyes are not just on the U.S. Central Bank this week. This week is rich with opportunities to trade or to assess the severity of headwinds emanating from Trump's trade war. Key decisions are this week come from Canada, Australia, and Switzerland, along with the U.S. To add to the flurry of Sovereign excitement. China and Taiwan have yet to publish fresh export data, which could impact potential financial policies. While Japan may increase rates again to fight yen inflation. And we already talked about everything that's going on in the U.S. All right, guys. Well, I hope you had a good day. Well, you know what? Let's check out this last story here. Fed cut already priced in Palestine 2026 shift. The rate cut itself is no longer the key story. Markets have already priced in today's 25 bips cut, making Powell's tone and forward guidance the key drivers for crypto. Nanton said the 2026 leadership towards Kevin Hassett could be bullish for digital assets to be the new Fed chair. Bitcoin faces major resistance over 91,000, with Barthier expecting it to hover around this level after the FOMC meeting. So everybody doesn't think that we're getting some kind of big rate cut that's going to change things. We are getting a rate cut, but it's certainly not going to change anything, I don't think. Not in the short term. So, all right, that's all we got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.